More than 300 people gathered in Sacramento to hear the good news about what has long been viewed as an environmental scourge. Methane, an organically derived gas that's 21 times more damaging to the atmosphere than CO2, is being trapped and reconstituted as biomethane, a clean-burning gas that can be used to fuel cars, trucks, tractors, and buses. The technology has been years in the making, born out of California's greenhouse gas reduction law known as AB 32.
And given the fact that that's in place and landfills are going to have to figure out a way to control the release of these emissions, it only makes sense to produce fuel out of it, create a green economy, help us with our economic difficulties in California, create jobs.
At landfills and sewage plants, waste products break down into methane over time. Engineers like Michael Mataradin provide equipment to turn that raw material into a more pure form, known as biomethane.
You have to remove the impurities from the gas before it can go into a pipeline or go as compressed natural gas or liquefied natural gas as fuel systems. And we provide compression and gas cleanup to remove the impurities and produce pipeline quality natural gas, as it would be called.
Farmers are also milking another source of biomethane, animal waste. A large dairy with 5,000 cows can turn a sea of manure into 100,000 cubic feet of biomethane gas every day, enough to produce the equivalent of 300 gallons of diesel fuel, with the cow emissions cutting the farm's fleet of vehicle emissions to zero. Biomethane can also be turned into electrical power. And even for small dairy farmers in Northern California, the biomethane bonus can be significant. There are 500 cows on this farm in Galt. They produce about 4,000 gallons of milk every day and enough waste to be converted into biomethane. So much biomethane, they generate 60 kilowatt hours of electricity each and every day. More than enough to power this entire operation and then some. Dairy farm manager Chris Van Doren explains the process.
We'll flush the alleyways with recycled lagoon water. Manure water all collect into a sand trap, and that'll get pumped up into a separator, which will separate the solids from the liquids.
The solids are used as fertilizer or bedding for the cows. Liquids flow into a covered lagoon where they quickly turn into biomethane, which is pumped into a generator and turned into electricity that's sent to the local power grid. The excess gas is cleanly burned off. But it's not all win-win, at least not yet. The setup at this farm costs about $800,000. It will take about 8 years to break even. At larger farms and landfills, the costs are much higher. But then again, so are the returns. Dee Diamo of the California Air Resources Board says federal money and support from utilities is helping.
Incentive dollars is an important first piece. Second piece is credits. There are real opportunities for this industry to maximize the benefits of our low carbon fuel standard. Our regulation provides the flexibility for the fuels industry to purchase credits from other fuel providers such as biomethane and other alternative fuel producers.
While cost is the wild card, biomethane's benefits down the road appear to be significant. Clean, earth-friendly fuel from a renewable source, displacing dirtier, more expensive fossil fuels. In Sacramento, I'm Ed Crane, Clean Skies TV.